Okay, we're live. Let's get this stuff going. If you're watching on YouTube, scrub forward until you see something start happening. I'm gonna set up my other computer and try and change chat to get rid of these bots. I've had enough of them. They were crazy at Dee Dee's this morning. So let me see if I can find where to change that. So what's going to happen, hi Flo, is you will only be able to chat if you're a subscriber. Oh, it doesn't say. Just looking. Give me a minute. Oh, and what do they give me? YouTube videos. That's great. Don't got time to do that. Yeah, I don't see it on here. I guess I should have done this before, right? An
idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. An idiot is attempting.
Hi there.
I just want to say I didn't get ready to get live. I went into my blocked account, blocked. I must have 15 or 20 of those same and all their I must have 15 or 20 of them.
So they're showing blocked on yours, but they're not blocking. And I don't know how to get to live control room when I'm streaming, and I'm actually live already. So yeah, I'm just gonna have I'm not gonna probably be able to do it today because I don't want to spend a lot of time while they're sitting here waiting. Yeah. Oh, I didn't put you on speaker, but hang on, I will, and you can say hi. Hang on. Go for it.
Hey guys, just want to let you know I just went in and checked on the blocked stuff. I have blocked accounts, and that bot I've had it blocked in 15 or 20 different variations.
Yeah. So I don't know. We might have to deal with it today, and then maybe later on I'll go live and see what I can find. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you in a minute.
Thanks, Dee Dee. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Well, unless somebody knows an easy way to do that, I'm not going to be able to do it today, I don't think. Anyway, let me go back and say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mira. Hi, Terry Brett. Hi, Barbara Clark. I already said hi to Flo. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Z. Z, you enabler. I haven't gone and looked for it yet, but I'm almost certain I'm going to buy those watercolors. Hi, Aunt Beck. Sharon. Hi, Kat. Barbara Chicken Pot Pie. So anyway, yeah, I'd like to be able to get rid of those damn bots. They're just so disruptive. Hi, Uncle Dan. Uncle Dan, you need to quit doing those bots. Dang it. This morning at Dee Dee's, they were so annoying. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'll watch one of the videos later. And maybe they'll leave me alone because they know I'm nastier than they are. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, I'm looking around here and it's not showing me anything, so yeah. Anyway, so I thought today, because I have no plans, which is not abnormal, I'm going to watercolor, but I'll show you first a couple of things. Yeah, and I'll have to go look at my block list, Dee Dee. But I got a really nice card from Kalura, or Becky. Some people call her Becky, but anyway. She's been doing these little Zentangle cards. Let me move this junk real quick. let me show you the one she sent. And she sent an extra for giveaway. So let me see. This is the one she sent for me. Let me see if I can get it up there where you can see it. Take it out of its little holder maybe. So there isn't glare. They're so cute. I love them so much. So thank you, Becky. And then this is the one she sent for giveaway. So we'll wait for a little while, but don't let me forget before I get done streaming that I want to do the giveaway to give, you know, send this on to somebody. So, hi Linda Rance. Anybody else who might have come in that I missed? And Barbara, I went and watched Caps for Sale, the monkey book. So that was really cute, but I'm not going to buy the book. Aren't they cute, Flo? So yeah, I'll leave this one out to remind me to give it away. But thank you, Becky. I appreciate it so much. And I got all the designs put in my little Zentangle book. So that got done, but I have not done the art for the cover. Where is that? It should be sitting here somewhere. Yeah, so the book kind of got, I started the art for the cover. It's there. And I did get all this different ones in there. So other than getting the art on the front and the back, the box is done. There's a book you're not going to buy, right, Flo? I have no more bookshelf. I'm out of bookshelves, so I don't have a place to buy more. I just buy more if I could. But yeah, I don't have even a place. I'd have to do some serious moving around, and that's just not in my future, I think. All right, and then I had to order something from Amazon. So Amazon, being the awesome creatures that they are. Yeah, Flo, I'm getting work done on the house today. In fact, I was going to warn you guys that if it gets too noisy, I've got some guys here working. If it gets too noisy, I'll probably have to end. But I think they're going to build the new header and put it on separate. But look at these cute little stickers I got from Amazon because they're so awesome. They watch everything I buy and everything my friends buy and then recommend it to me. So these came up as a recommendation and I just thought they were so cute. I don't like all the white around the edges, but oh well. But look at the little envelopes with the wax seal. Little vintage things, because everybody needs more of this crap laying around, right? So I don't know, I'll probably stick some of that in Happy Mail, but it's fun to get little junk like this. Using the Beast and share with friends. And then as part of that, and I didn't know this was coming, but they're just stickers of like backgrounds. So probably made in China. I don't even want to know that because that'll just piss me off. So they're just like backgrounds that you can just stick in. Kind of cool. All different sizes. So that's the only fun thing I bought. You cut the white off, Marty? Hi, by the way. Yeah, I probably will too because the white around the edges tick me off. I don't like that. It looks ugly. And that's it. That's all I have. Otherwise, I order stupid stuff like parts for four-wheelers and stuff that nobody wants. So I guess I'm going to watercolor today because I'm done with my box. Yeah, don't know what else to do, and I don't have any other projects underway. And we just played Pictionary, so I couldn't do that again. So let's watercolor. What the heck? And then yesterday at Z show, Z, she showed some new watercolors and brushes that I guess are being put out by the author of this book, which is Christy Rice. And I've worked in this book before on stream, and I love it. I just love it. It's like a coloring book for watercolor, is pretty much what it is. The art is in here. It's motivational. Like there's a recipe. So yeah, and she tells you like story behind the art and little tips. Yeah, so I've actually really enjoyed working in this book. I don't know if she's put out any more of these books. If she did, I probably would order one, because if you just want to play in a book, it's total non-stressful place to just do what you want to do. So I like this. The paper is not great, but the paper is not horrible either. It's inexpensive watercolor paper. So if you're familiar with that, you kind of know what to expect from the paper from this book. And then while I was looking for this book, I ran across, and I'm sure if you guys are in the States and you've looked at Hobby Lobby, you've seen these watercolor pads. Yeah, I think she's only done the one watercolor book, or you know, watercolor coloring book type book. But yeah, she does have other books. Thanks, Z. Hi, Ann. But these were at Hobby Lobby, and back when you could use a 40% off coupon, I would buy one. I wouldn't probably pay $15 for this, and I don't even know if they still have them. But they had two different ones, if I remember right. And this one has the black outlines. And I've worked in this only one time, and this is the one I did. And I think I intended to do the background black, and I still should do that. But it's fun just to play with your stuff. She has 3 other coloring books. Z, why did you tell me that? Oh, Z, you're just spending all my money, Z. So anyway, after I got this pulled out, I thought, oh, maybe one of these would be fun. And it's going to be accessible to you guys. So she has 3 other coloring books. Oh, God. So let's play in this, I think. I don't care. I'll do whichever one you guys want, because it doesn't matter to me. But then the other one that's like this was embossed gold and silver. And I'm just not as crazy about those. But just for playing, they're good. I think actually Amy bought those and shared with me. I don't think I bought it. Hi, Dorothy. Did I say hi, Sharon? So, yeah, so I don't know. I just think maybe this would be fun. This is like zero pressure art. Ooh, that one's kind of cool looking. I could do purple flowers. That one's kind of nice. I'll pull that one out. The best is yet to come. Everything starts with a dream. Why don't they have a snark one of these? It is cool because you don't have to draw something first. I don't usually mind drawing stuff first. That doesn't usually bother me. But then I feel like it's real art. This is more just playing. The red poppies would be awesome too. A lot of roses. Oh, which reminds me. I cut down all my, I can't remember what kind of roses, but there was ants living in the rose garden, so I just cut them all back. Wrong time of year to do it, probably did them in, but the ants were getting on my very last nerve. Alright, I picked one out. Is that okay with you guys, or would you rather see the joy art for joy's sake? Reader board thumbs up. Thank you, Barbara. I should, Flo, do a snark version. Let's do this one. They're kind of small, but I'll just pull you guys in. But then this is the other one I'd done from that book. And I remember this being really fun. I think I was a little frustrated with the paper on this one, you know, doing the wet on wet and wanting it to spread real nice. But now that I look at it, it's really not horrible. Sometimes you just got to sit on things. I want a People of Walmart coloring book. Don't think they make them. Oh, Barbara, I'm sure they do. Don't they have people at Walmart everything. So I'm going to pull you down pretty close. And while I paint, I went through all my watercolors, which I have too many, and now I'm going to buy another set because of Z. But the colors that the Christy Rice put in her watercolor palette are really nice. You weren't happy with the paper at first either. Yeah, see, I think if you've ever worked on really nice watercolor paper with really nice paints, anything you do after that is just like, oh, this is a pain in the neck, because it just behaves differently, and then you get frustrated. But I went through all my watercolors, and I don't remember when I used these last, these Pagos 36. It's an inexpensive set, and it comes in a big, nice box, and you get pencils and eraser and a bunch of stuff with it. But I put all that stuff. Oh, Dan, thank you. Hugs around your neck, you crazy man. Thank you so much. But I do like the colors of these. So I'm going to work on inexpensive paper with inexpensive watercolors, and we'll just see what the results are, right? Did I say hi, Kimberly? Hi. I was yelling at you at Dee Dee's because you came in whispering. So, yeah, I'll just use these watercolors. And I'm going to try and leave part of the palette in the picture because the camera will respond a little bit better. So now I just have to decide. I think these actually look more like cherry blossoms. Let's do cherry because the Pagos set does have some really nice pinks. And normally you don't get pink. They figure you'll just water down the red, which is what I do, and it works too. But these have their actual own pink. Another thing about these paints that I've noticed, and I don't know, the Arteza and some of the White Nights, the pastel White Nights, have the same issue. That to get these real light colors, they have to add white, and there's more filler or something in it. So you don't get a really nice, beautiful transparency, but just work around it. What the heck, right? I know, Kimberly, that's what you said. I have to come in whispering so I don't upset Dee Dee's concentration. So we're going to do the flowers in pink, and the dark pink I'll just go direct from the palette because I'll just use it here and there. All right, we'll do the flowers first. Any questions? Any suggestions? Hi, Shelly. Thanks for coming, you guys. I like spending Monday afternoon with you, and I hope these worker guys around here don't make it too difficult for us. One thing I've learned watercoloring, and pay attention because I screw up all the time, is if you're right-handed, work from the upper left corner down. Otherwise, you are fighting getting your hand in the paint constantly. So here we go. We'll just start. And I'm going to go right over the centers because I'll make the centers orange. And while they're wet, I'll try and do the edges and some of the shading while it's still wet. And this paper will determine how much success I have doing that, right? And we'll see how it starts bleeding. So far, so good. One thing with cheap paper you will get, it will have a tendency to get more harsh lines, so you might have to beg that out of it. But after you work on the cheap paper and then go to nice paper, oh, you love yourself so much. And Dee Dee's collage this morning was amazing, as always. I always tell her she makes it look like freaking magic. I'm not kidding. And if I was ever going to collage, I would want to just copy exactly what Dee Dee does, but then I'd always be disappointed because mine would never be as cool as hers. Yep, definitely getting harsh lines. That's okay. You had issues with Bloom, yeah. See, that's, I think, a tendency of cheap paper, Marty. You can fight it or you can just go with it, you know. Sometimes Bloom isn't a horrible thing, you know, but you got to work fast on this cheap paper. I'm starting to do a little bit of wet on wet here rather than going wet on dry. I might have a little better luck. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And I did go to the eye doctor Friday and ordered up some new glasses, so maybe my art will get better because I'll see better. What do you guys think? That's my plan. I think this one would be really pretty with a dark blue background. Other than that, you guys, I have been doing nothing but cleaning up around the house. The Zentangle box preoccupied me for a long time. Hey, Artie Dar, it's good to see you. Halfway through the piece. Exactly, Marty. Isn't that the truth? And I'm trying to do different things so it doesn't all come out the same, but it probably will anyway, so what the hell. But I'm not a purist either. I don't mind going back later and adding shading or whatever else with colored pencil. I don't usually use acrylic paint, but colored pencil, yeah, that's fair game. You like the Artie box? Is anybody here who hasn't seen it? I'll show it again. I figured most of you have seen it. I'm just going to pick up some of the extra to give some of these leaves texture. A napkin is almost like an eraser. Come on, quit being difficult. I'm really glad it got done. I'll go back over some of these after they dry. You want to see it? All right, we'll just set that aside and let it dry real quick. For the last few weeks, well, yeah, 2 weeks, I guess it took me to work on this whole thing. I moved all of my Zentangle pattern cards into a box that I had made. And these are the cards, all alphabetical, all 700, what did I say, Dee Dee? 769 of them. You just had cataract surgery? Well, I went, they told me that in one of my eyes, the right eye, I have the beginning of a cataract, so yeah. And then this is the box top. So it's all done. And then the coolest thing about the box, which I love, love, love so much, is, God, I just had it. What did I do with it? I'm terrible about losing stuff. Is that the book of all the different patterns. So for each one of these, there's a corresponding card in here that gives you the exact instructions of how to draw it. So into broken down steps. So this is just for reference, so I can kind of pick out the patterns I want to draw, and if it's not self-evident, then I can pull the card, right? And then the best thing about this is there's a little cubby at the bottom of the box that the book just slides right into. There's a lip back there that I've got to get fixed, but yeah, it just slides right in like that. So this was a project that absolutely worked beautifully. I'm really happy with it. Not whining at all. And I'll get the art for the front and the back of the book done pretty quick. Let me just check and see if this is something I need. Okay. Stuff I could do later. So yeah, it works out well. I'm tickled with it. Good way to spend my time. Not hurting people. So yeah, and the spray did come. It left a little bit of white residue a couple places, which I'll just fix. But yeah, that kind of ticked me off. But yeah, now it's all sealed so it won't get dirty, and yeah, I can dust it, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to move this around here. Somebody's outside slamming doors. I hate when workers are here banging on stuff, you guys. Oh, I hate it. I don't know which. Oh, hi, Debbie Epps. Went to 6 and mess with the laser beams. But no, she said I was really happy Friday because, well, I'd been to the eye doctor not that long ago, but didn't order glasses, just went in and had them checked. My eyes hadn't changed that much, but she did say your eyes are really healthy, which makes me happy because considering that I sit here and draw and read all the time, eyesight is paramount to me. So that was really good news. And I didn't expect that they would have deteriorated that quickly, but as you age, that's definitely a consideration, right? Don't want to hear it. And I've been to this particular eye doctor. I think this is the 3rd time. And the first couple times, you guys, I thought this woman is whacked. But I always felt like she was really thorough, you know, but to talk to her, it's just like, ugh. You know, you meet those people and you think they're just living on the edge. That's this woman. But I guess she's just one of those people that takes a while to warm up. Because this time she was fine. But before, they haven't started yet. The other guys just showed up apparently because I heard their car door slam. The supervisor was here first, so yeah. Hopefully now that the workers are here, they'll start doing something because I'm paying them $120 a freaking hour. And if I didn't trust them so much, I would have said, are you out of your mind? But yeah, you got to pay what people are worth. That's that. For the price, these Pago colors are not bad. I'll give them that. But you guys, if you just want to try watercolor and you're not sure about it, get yourself a set of Crayola. I don't know about Rose Art or any of the other cheaper brands, but Crayola brand I've used quite a bit. If you just want to play with it and try it, get the Crayola brand. They work awesome. The pigment is nice and good. What are the workers doing? I've got a huge deck on the back of my house, and it's attached to a header up against the house, and I'm getting that header replaced. It's showing some signs of rot where water has gotten down in it, and it's just one of the dangers of having a deck, so we're having the whole header replaced. And hopefully they'll be able to get access if they remove just a few of the deck boards. But it's a huge deck. It goes the whole length of the back of the house. So, yeah. I'm not crazy about getting work done on the house. I mean, I know you got to maintain your house, right? But I just don't like workers here. I like my life to be quiet and predictable all the time. Because I'm a wiener. And I've known the guy who owns the company. I've known him for years. He was a friend of Robert's, and he lives across the street from my brother. And he was one of the caretakers down here at one of the gated communities for a lot of years. So I know him well, and I trust him. He's good Christian guy. He's one of those guys that spreads sunshine everywhere he goes. I swear, Kenny is just one of the nicest men. Whenever I hear people say, oh, there aren't nice men, oh, there are nice men in the world. Hey Clara, I showed your cards. They are wonderful, and if these guys will remind me, I'll do the giveaway maybe about halfway, or when I have a spot on this sheet that I need to let dry. I'll give the one that you sent for giveaway away and get that out in the mail. And I got the, you had asked for some cast-offs from the box color, I got those out in the mail, so you should be getting those pretty much any day because they went out last week. I sent out something else too. I can't remember what. When I'm using this darker pink, I will try and leave the centers unpainted because I think the orange is going to be harder to cover on this. But the light pink, it should be fine. So watch your mail, Kalura. I don't know if I even pronounced that right, okay? It is good to have workers like that. Yeah, no, around here it's really hard to find good workers. It's hard to find dependable people who will actually show up. You know, that's the problem so many people around here have is if the weather's nice and the fishing's good, these guys aren't going to show up, you know. It's been a problem since I've lived here. I've never had workers. When I lived in Colorado, if somebody told you they were going to be there on Monday, you could pretty much count on them being there Monday. Around here, you have to ask, well, which Monday are you talking about? Because it may not be the coming up Monday that you expect. If you hear a mouse in the background, that's not the workers, that's Robert Vaughn. He's hungry. He was up working early this morning. Show up is the optimum word. You can say that again. Jeez. Now I'm used to it, which is sad. But when I first moved here, oh my gosh, that was my hugest frustration. I just dropped my brush. I don't think you have that much trouble in the cities because there's so much competition. Out here, yeah, everybody thinks they're a handyman. And they all want to work under the table. Just saying. That's been my experience. Plus, another thing is, depending on what they're working on, 90% of them are not insured or bonded. So I'm always worried that one of these monkeys are going to get hurt on my property and want my homeowners to take care of them for the rest of their life. I hate being like that, but I am very suspicious of people. Just saying. When I moving here, honestly, coming from Denver, Colorado, or Boulder is actually where I lived, but then moving here, out in the middle of nowhere, rural Oklahoma, talk about eye-opener, OMG. It was like moving to a different country because work ethic and just the way people did things was so different. But now I'm used to it. I'm pretty much turned into my very own Okie self. Another thing, I may have told you guys this before, but when you live in Denver, you have selection on everything. I don't care if it's shopping for a car, groceries, anything. And the first time I went major grocery shopping after I moved down here, I was standing in the middle of the aisle at Walmart because there was Walmart and there was a grocery store called Farrier's. Well, Farrier's smelled like rotten meat, so I couldn't hardly make myself go in there. So I was standing in Walmart. I think it was like in the condiment aisle. And, well, there were 2 times. And honestly, your choices were take it or leave it. You got like Great Value ketchup, Great Value DeMonte's, and that was it. If you don't want either one of those, oh well, you're going to live without it. So it was take it or leave it. And I was literally almost in tears. All the things I was used to getting or having a lot of selection, they just weren't available. They weren't there at all. So I was pretty much freaking out. And then I wanted some Italian sausage, which in Denver you could get at any grocery store, right? Just go in and pick up your Italian sausage, whatever you wanted. Well, down here you get Jimmy Dean's or nothing at all. I honest to God, I thought, what have I done? Oh my God, you couldn't get anything. I had to drive all the way to Tulsa to get decent sausage. Now I'm used to it. I've learned to live without the things that I had gotten used to. Yeah, Shelley, when you get out in the middle of nowhere, it's amazing how you change your expectations. Now it doesn't bother me anymore. I just know that when I go to Joplin or Tulsa, I have to make a trip to World Market or the Green Grocers or something like that, you know, to get stuff that I want. Who cares? Got nothing better to do. I'm just adding a little bit of detail right now while I've got this color on my brush. I'm really hoping the orange will cover some of that. And Amazon honestly has made my life so unbelievably good. The other day Robert was looking for a starter for his 4-wheeler, and we'd called some places in Joplin, and the 4-wheel dealer in Joplin literally quoted him $500 for a starter for this, what, I don't know how old it is. It's not a new 4-wheeler, it's an older 4-wheeler. But it runs good, and Robert takes good care of it. And they literally quoted him for a starter. Not for a whole starter engine, not for a new bike, nothing. $500 for a starter. And, of course, I didn't know what you would pay for a starter, and Robert was like, hell no, I'm not paying that. And I was like, Robert, we're in Joplin, let's just get it, what the hell, blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, I'm not paying $500 for a starter. And he's such a cheap bastard anyway. So I was just like, oh God, you know, I have to make another trip or go to Tulsa or blah, blah, you know, like I'm all whining, pissing, moaning. So when we got home, he started looking on the computer, and he came up and he said, would you help me? So I was helping him look for this starter motor. We found one on Amazon, you guys. You're not going to believe this. We found one on Amazon, $36. The exact same thing. $36. Hi, Kathy Arbor. $36. I was like, are you kidding me? They were honest to God going to charge $500 for a starter motor. Couldn't believe it. So I had chewed Robert out for nothing. So it's coming tomorrow, direct from Amazon. Can you believe that? And I found one actually on eBay too for $37 or something. So I was just like, I can't believe that. So Amazon has made my life so much better. And if you ask me, do I feel bad that I chewed Robert out for not buying the motor? No, not even. I don't even feel bad. No way. I know, right? Robert, it is. Well, see, that's just it. Flo, don't feel alone, because I was the exact same way. I had no point of reference. I didn't know if a starter was, you know, like supposed to be majorly expensive or what. But I was just like, we're in town, let's get it, you know, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, hell no, I'm not paying $500. It's like, you cheap bastard. Well, you can get one for $36. And free shipping. Free shipping. But see, I think that's another thing when you live out here like this. Like, they have to know. I have to believe that that place that quoted him that knew that you could get starter motors cheaper than that. If they just thought Robert was stupid or what, you know, it's like, or they don't want to mess with it. Maybe they just price it so that they don't have to mess with it. But they did have the part in stock, and that's why I was just like, well, get it. If they've got it in stock, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I would have. I hate people. Now you know why I hate people. Now, one thing I will say, Robert assured me it was exactly what he needed. Go ahead and order it, whatever. If it comes and it's the wrong thing and I have to return it, oh boy, wait to hear that conversation. Is Robert my husband? He's the next best thing, Kathy. Robert and I have lived together for 20 years. We've just never gone through the whole formality of informing the state. So you might say I'm just shacking up with him. It's all good. Robert's such a good guy. Honestly, Robert is just such a good guy. I don't know how I got so lucky, and I honestly don't know why he stays. I know why he stays. I do feed him every day. The world is way too people-y. Wouldn't you love to know, Anne, how many have they sold for that price? Yeah, I'm like you. I'd love to know. How many have you sold for $500? But I think a lot of people are like me. If you live out here and it's hard to get things, if you find it and it's what you need and what you want, just get it and be done with it. Because that's how I am. Just get it, be done with it. Let's don't screw around anymore with it. I'm done wasting time. So yeah, I imagine they've sold a fair number. But you can't fool Robert Vaughn, you know, when it comes to mechanical things and parts and stuff like that. He pays attention. That kind of crap he knows. Or air conditioning, heating, refrigeration. He pretty much knows his stuff when it comes to stuff like that. Now, ask him to boil water. The look on his face is going to make you think he's an idiot. He wouldn't even know where to begin. He keeps telling me, I can cook eggs. I used to cook my own eggs all the time. Okay, he's lived here 22 years. I've never seen the man cook an egg. Ever. I've seen him go out to restaurants and buy eggs. Yeah, exactly, Calera. I hate shopping. See, I hate shopping too, Barbara. I hate shopping. And it's almost like now, and I don't know if it's age or if I've just changed so much from living here. It's almost like now too much selection boggles my mind. Like we were in Sam's Club the other day, and I do like Sam's Club because they got so much cool stuff and stuff that I can't get at other places. But anyway, I was looking for caramel popcorn. I've been just craving caramel popcorn. I don't know why, and it's not something I would normally eat. But I thought, oh, they certainly have some here. So I got in the popcorn aisle, which it's not a whole aisle, but they do have popcorn in there. Do you know they have pizza flavored popcorn? Pizza flavored. It's almost like the selection is too much. I've gotten used to the take it or leave it option, and somehow that's working for me now. And if you're wondering, did I buy the pizza flavored popcorn? Yes, I did. And it's okay. It's not great. I won't buy it again. But to try it, yeah, why not? But I never did find caramel corn. Do you guys ever get cravings like that? Where you get an idea in your head and you'll do anything to get that? It's almost like crack. Yeah, well, I never did get the caramel corn. Which is a good thing, because I would eat it all in one sitting. The pizza, you can only eat a little bit at a time. But the prices are freaking me out, you guys. Like a bag of oranges. Robert loves oranges. A bag, I don't know how many pounds it is, but it's a fairly large bag. But $10 for a bag of oranges. $10. I was just like, how bad do you want those? We bought them for him. I buy him everything if he wants it. But yeah, it's freaking me out. Freaking me out. Hang on, I'll read chat in just a second. Just trying to get all these pink flowers done. I am going to do the background of this. I don't think I'm going to do it watercolor. I'll probably do it colored pencil, but I am going to do the background of this dark blue. I think the pink against the dark blue is going to be really pretty. Gummy bears? I like gummy bears. Okay, here's the thing about gummy bears, too. I had a lady who worked for me in Denver. She was from Germany. And she just thought Haribo, only she said Haribo, you know, she had that guttural R, were the only gummy bears you should eat. And I don't care. I actually like the cheap gummy bears the best. The ones that kind of taste like perfume. That's the closest I can say. But yeah, I like gummy bears too. Haribo. But I don't think the Haribo that you pay triple the price for is any better than the cheap ones. Hi, Jasper. I probably have talked to you and didn't even realize that was you. I'm trying to keep the pan off the wet paint. Alright, we're gonna go here next. I think it'll be easier to put the shading in with a colored pencil, so we'll just get the basics done with the watercolor. I'm really glad those guys aren't being noisy yet. Because when I saw his truck pull up, I thought, oh man, if I'd have known, I probably would have canceled the stream. Thank God Robert's here dealing with him, so I dealt with him for a while Dee Dee was streaming, but it was just like, Robert, get your butt home. I get quiet when I paint like this. Sorry, guys. Oh, you guys want to hear? Painting this flower, the shape of it made me think of a morning glory. Because I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, we have a lot of deer. Because there's housing and everything around, nobody can hunt them. So the deer population is getting pretty much out of control. What night was it? Saturday night, the deer came. And they must have like a route that they follow, you know, because they've been eating my neighbor's tree. As soon as it gets 2 or 3 leaves, boy, it's a mimosa tree. And it's a little tiny baby. And every time it grows a few little leaves, the deer come and eat it down to its bare branch. And I have morning glories up on my porch that I put in a pot, because if you leave them out in the ground, the deer are going to eat them every time. The deer came up on my patio, got my morning glories, and they've never done this before, but I'm about ready to give up on having any kind of flowers or anything in pots around. To get up on one of the back patios is 3 steps up. They've never come up on the porch before, but Saturday night they came up, and it was really weird because I have 2 great big pots of impatiens. Beautiful. They were so pretty. Impatiens up on either side of the door coming in the back of the house. They chomped one pot of the impatiens and left the other one alone. But they've never come up that far on the porch because it's right at the door. They must be getting desperate, and that's why I quit gardening here, because the deer just won't let you grow anything. And I actually have some of that deer repellent, but it stinks so bad I can't use it. I don't want that right outside my door coming in the house. But yeah, they came right up on the porch Saturday night. I was so mad when I noticed yesterday. And it's not, in a way, it's not even their fault, because they're out here on an island. The only way to get off for them would be to follow the highway or swim. I don't know what we're going to do. Because they're going to, well, I'm sure they're already inbreeding, which means disease. I don't know. Brazen little beast, right? Clara, I was just pissed. I was pissed. But I know they're just hungry, you know, it's almost like, ugh. And I'm sure that to them is like a snack. It's not just the grass. Ugh, I don't know. One of the disadvantages of living out here, I guess. And I shouldn't bitch about it because honestly, I'm one of the luckiest people alive. It is a beautiful area. And I get to see all the wildlife and the deer and everything, but it's just like, could you just leave my plants alone? That's why I have to have my tomatoes up on the deck. I can't have them out, down in the grass or down in the yard. So my pots and patience aren't going to match anymore. One's going to be full and bushy and one's going to be bare ass naked. Alright, I'll read chat real quick and check that message. Well, I think so too, Kalara, that it would help if we could hunt out here, but the thing is, there's so many houses. No, we have motion detector lights. There's everything. Yeah. Nope, the big floodlights come on. Huh. Oh, Tina just messaged me and said she's listening, and she heard that if you take Irish Spring soap, cut it up into smaller pieces and spread the pieces around. I've tried that. I've heard that that works on spiders and all kinds of things. It didn't work. But thanks for the suggestion, Tina, and thanks for listening in the background. Yeah, I've tried it. Doesn't seem to deter them at all. They don't care. In fact, I guess it was Cooey was here. We went and got some netting and shaved up some Irish Spring and hung it all over the deck, the table and everything. It didn't make any difference. I think it's an awesome idea. And maybe in places where they have, you know, ample food, they may not choose that place. But out here, it didn't matter to... And that deer repellent didn't really work either. But I used to have a really, really pretty, it was almost like an old-fashioned garden, because I love old-fashioned dahlias and stuff like that. They're just so pretty. And I had the nicest garden out along, well, there were two reasons the garden went away. But I had a bunch of old-fashioned dahlia out there, and they were so pretty. And I loved working out in that garden. But between the people that come for the weekend letting their dogs use it as a lavatory and the deer, and that was where I got the deer repellent, because I thought, well, I'll just keep them off the plants. Nah, I don't know what this is down here. We're going to make it flowers. Yeah, I think it deterred them. It didn't stop them, is all. But it smells absolutely horrible. I mean, I'd be gagging while I was spraying it. It's supposed to be organic and everything. Oh, boy. Whatever. The one that ate might come back bigger. Try your hair. I have put my hair, when I clean my hairbrushes, to this very day I do that. I throw the whatever's in my hairbrush out in the yard. But I wasn't doing it as a deterrent, Z. I was doing it because the squirrels will use it as nest material. So that's why I started doing it, because I'm out here being all nature-ish and crap. And I was putting my hair out so they would use it in their nests. as bedding, you know, and keep warm and stuff, because I'm nice that way. One more bud on the left edge. Let's see. Is that the one you were talking about? The one I just did? I'll look here real quick, but I think I got most of them. Oh, this I want. Oops. See? Put my hand right in it. You go, girl. But yeah, I think I've tried everything. And I've tried cinnamon for ants. I honestly, you guys, I read this stuff on the internet and think, okay, I'm going to try it. Psh, whatever. Whatever. Okay, that's the bud. Let me water that down a little bit. I'm going to turn it upside down for a minute. Oh, there's a bud up there, too. A bud, not a butt. I'll probably keep finding them as I look around. What is that? A leaf. Alright, looks like, oh, there's some flowers and some buds. Should be dry enough to put underneath there. Alright, I get this last one that I can see, and then I'll read chat. We'll do the leaves. Alright, I'll check. Nature-ish and crap. Not to my knowledge, Z. These deer will eat anything. Thanks, Barbara. Okay, Marty. The only thing that has ever worked for me in my gardens is Millergannet. I've never heard of that, Judy. What is it? I mean, I went over to the co-op because I always think about, well, what do the farmers do? They've got to have a horrible time. Yeah, I don't know what the farmers do to keep the deer from just absolutely chomping everything. Of course, we don't have farmers out here. Well, I guess there's some hay farmers and stuff, but I don't think they want to eat food that was meant for them. I'm going to move the palette over here. so I don't have to keep sticking my arms. Oops, that was dirty. Apparently my brush was not clean enough, and I turned my green brown. That's awesome. Bye, Jane. Go have a great afternoon. All right. Hopefully that will. Now I can put it back. How's that? All right, I think that was the top. Some of this stuff on the edge, I don't even know what it is. Wouldn't you know, I picked next to a spot that has wet paint because I'm freaking rocket scientist that way. Yeah, see, I don't even know what that stuff is. Probably just paint it navy blue. Because why not? I splattered some paint there. Oh well. These vein leaves, I'm going to do all one color, and then the leaves that don't have veins, I'll either mix something, make them darker, or change them out somehow. Just to give it variations. Can't believe 4th of July is going to be here so quick. That's the biggest weekend here on the lake. I mean, there are huge firework displays, and all the hotels and everything are just absolutely packed. I should leave. Just get the hell out of Dodge, because I dread it so much. I love 4th of July, but I just dread the crowds so much. But I'm going to get my new glasses right around there. I picked out some really different ones too. I'll see if they look good on me and post a picture or something. I made Robert get some really different ones too. Now watch us hate them. Hey Tambit. I'm so glad you guys are getting able to do your retreat this year. I hadn't really thought about it, but it's coming up pretty soon too, isn't it? Because isn't it usually July when you guys meet up? But I'm glad that whole COVID stuff is over enough that you guys can meet again. Joan comes all the way from the UK to participate. So that's way cool. And Z, if you can, do some videos from there, okay? Because I like seeing those. I like to see the fibs' faces. Yeah, I'll bet you guys are excited. talented group of women, for sure. And I was really sad to hear that Patty's had to make the decision to put one of her old pups down. That's the hardest thing in the world. It's all about the people every time. Yeah, I hated hearing that yesterday too, Shelley. It's just a hard decision to have to make. But, you know, it's one of those things, kind of like when I had to make the decision about Roxy. I think you've lived with that pet for however many years. You just know when it's time. So I admire people who can make the right decisions for their children and pets. Not that you're going to put your children down. Don't confuse that. But you know what I mean. That was a crazy way to put it, right? Dysfunctional brain. That lime green that I put out, what did get a little muddy, but I actually like the color. So I might have to put pink in it if I have to remix it again. Z, where did you order the watercolors, the Art for Joy's Sake watercolors? Does she have a website or something? You could just make it easy for me. I probably could find him. And I need him like I need a hole in the head, okay? I'll read chat, see if Z answered. Right side bottomish. Yeah, over here, yeah, I haven't done any of that. I try and work down toward that way. Oh, you mean down here? I did miss some petals. I can go back. I've still got the pink on the palette, so I can get those. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Thank you. You guys are paying attention. Good on you. Yep, there's petals there. Yep, I did. Oh, well. We'll come back. If that's the worst thing I do, I'm going to run in and kiss myself in the mirror. I'm not kidding. Some of this stuff, it's hard to tell what it is actually, so it gets the color that I think it should be. Because I'm the boss. Boss of everything. All right, let's get those petals that I missed. Hey, Judy. Hi, Starla Arts. You want a picture of me kissing myself in the mirror? It happens frequently, Flo. Okay, was that all of it that I missed? Thanks, Flo. You guys are so dumb. Alright, I think I'm going to do the others in the darker olive. I think that'll look pretty. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, let's use the dark olive. And if it mixes with the other, that's fine. I don't care. Alright, these up here I'm just going to paint green because I don't even have a clue what they are. You can tell that this is art that's been drawn and then just repeated because the goofy stuff happens several times throughout. So, yeah, it's all good. On some of these where they have like the stems are just lines and I'm going to do the background dark blue, some of those I may have to go back in and see if a colored pencil will write over it, or I might have to go back in with Posca. But either way, whichever works is what I'm going to do. So, because it's all multimedia to me, or mixed media. Yeah, I'm glad I picked the kind of olive. It looks good with that fuchsia color. Oops, I need some dark pink there. and go outside the lines because the blue will cover pretty much everything. Oh, I think that should be pink too. Okay, seeing a few little places that I got to touch up. No big deal. They are hairs to keep away the deer. What are you talking about, Barbara? I don't think these deers are normal deer either, because like normal deer, when they see people, they're pretty skittish. But the animals around here, including the fox and everybody else, they're so used to people being around that they're hardly even skittish about it. So I was thinking if I could get like a firecracker or some sort of thing that would make a sound and just scare them if they got up on the porch. Now, if they're out in the yard, I don't care. I actually enjoy watching them out there. It's just when they start feeling like coming up on my porch. I told you guys about that one time I was outside working in the yard, and I was potting some plants, I think, and I was up on the patio, and a fox came into the yard and came right up on the patio with me. I mean, it was a little disconcerting, but I thought, well, he's hungry or something, because the behavior was so weird. Of course, then you start worrying about, well, do they have rabies, or why is their behavior weird? But he came right up on the porch. I mean, literally within arm's length. I could have reached out and petted him. It was a little disconcerting for me, because, like, what the heck are you doing? You're supposed to be scared of me. And if you're not, you should be. And I did end up putting out cat food for him. But yeah, when an animal behaves oddly, it always makes me a little nervous. But yeah, they're not the least bit skittish. They're more skittish about the dogs than they are about the people. You didn't know what those things were on the page, and we were talking about using hair to keep away the deer. Okay, gotta go. Love what you're doing. Thanks, Joan. Hi. And I'm tickled that you get to come and see all your ladies. It would be a fun place to go. It's fun to meet Fibs in person. God, this brain. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in, even though I don't know what the heck it is. Okay, you know what's really weird? I haven't been watching chat really carefully. But at Dee Dee's today, and maybe I shouldn't say anything about it. I might jinx myself, but there haven't been any bots this afternoon. Now I almost wish I hadn't said that. Should we crash? Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go spend 4 or 5 days. I don't know why. I don't know. Because I don't like leaving home, probably. But anyway, yeah, I would like to go crash long enough to sit down and yak with everybody for a day or something, eat dinner. Yeah, I would love to crash. I'm not good at classes and stuff like that, though. The thing is, it reminds me of work when you had to go to workshops and stuff. Oh, somebody's at the door. Hang on, let me go check. If one of the workers need a bathroom or something, hang on. Yeah, I was going to answer. Hi there. I don't know what their company name is, but yeah, that sounds right. Here, he can help you. Some delivery guy, I think, looking for the contractor. Patty told me to start swimming now. Well, you better start then, Dorothy. Don't ignore Patty. I'm just tickled that the ladies get to meet and have fun again. That was crazy for 2 years that they couldn't do it. So, yeah, it's all good now. I like life back to normal. Nothing wrong with that. Wonder what the heck they're getting delivered out here. Ugh. Look like a whole big truck of stuff, you guys. They shouldn't need that much, but whatever. I'm just going to try my best to stay the hell out of the way. How about that? Sorry if I've gotten where you guys can't see. Trying to stay out of the wet paint. I think in some of the places for this little shape, because it is the art is just repeated, like a step and repeat. I think some of those I did pink, but you're never going to notice, so who cares? God, I wonder what they're delivering. I can hear them out there making noise. In my mind, it's just going dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs. How are you coming with napkins, Dee Dee? I take the backs off mine the minute I get them. Just to save on storage. And the last thing I need is more napkins. That's for darn sure. Napkins are pretty though, and they work well in art. I was glad there was a new viewer at Dee Dee's. I think her name was Michelle. Dee Dee had a few new people this morning, but anyway, she won the giveaway, and I love when new people win, you know, because Dee Dee's crowds are pretty big, so your chances are what, like 1 in 100 and something. So yeah, I was really happy she won. I like new people. Come in, feel welcome, win something, and hopefully become a long-term fib. And then the bots who come in just to disrupt and be buttholes, they piss me off. Oh, man. Can you guys hear that? I don't know what they're doing out there. Rubbing something on metal. I hate that. Oh, hi, Michelle. You're there. Yeah, I was so glad that you won. I just like new people. You came in and you talked with everybody, and it was just nice to see a new person come in and win and feel included. I think that's part of the reason we have such a great community is, you know, like, I like to believe that we welcome new people. But yeah, that made me happy that you won. Just out of curiosity, Michelle, did YouTube recommend Dee Dee in one of those sidebars, or how did you find out? I'm always curious. How people find videos or whatnot that they enjoy. And how did you find out that she's live on Mondays? Or were you just looking up live streams? I'm just curious more than anything because I'm a nosy wench. What'd we get, Robert Vaughn?
Wood.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Kenny sent it.
Okay. Cool.
Because I guess he's going to get started on this project.
I figured they were. I was hoping they didn't start pounding on the house here, but so far so good. Oh, God, I gotta get this clean. Let's see. You're excited. That's good, Michelle. What's the name of the book? This didn't come out of the Christie's book, Z. This came out of the, they were pads at Hobby Lobby. They're Prima. Decor coloring book. Acid and lignin-free paper. The paper is not that great, but it's not that bad either. But yeah, this was not a Christie book, Z. So you got them all done already? No, I heard you cutting her up on your stream. Oh, Dee Dee and I pick on each other? Yeah, we're good buds. So I only pick on the people that I really like. Otherwise, yeah, I don't bother. Not true. I'll pick on anybody if they'll hold still long enough. It was sure glad I would. I was glad Rachel showed up and stayed so long this morning. She's so damn funny, that girl. Which book of Christie? I have the Art for Joy's Sake journal. And this book, I have to say, whatever I paid for it, and I don't remember, I've had it for several years, whatever I paid for it, Z, it was so worth it. So worth it. Okay, let's see. No, I heard you cutting her up on your stream. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, you bought that one too, Dee Dee. It's just such a beautiful book. It really is. And the thing I like about it is, especially for beginner watercolors, and even though I have every watercolor set made except the one that Z showed yesterday, the thing I like about this book is this side of the page has been watercolored, and then this side you get to fill in yourself. So you can try and match it. Most of the time I try and match it somewhat. Like I didn't like that brown for the leaves, so I use green. But yeah, they give you the watercolored sample, and then you get the page to finish yourself. This one I never went back and finished, but I don't know, for beginners I think it's an excellent book. And I think she's a really good artist, so I want to see her do well. So I don't have any of her coloring books. No, I don't, Z. Oh, okay, Michelle. Cool. Cool. Scavenger hunt stuck on you. That's a good thing. I don't know. I always enjoy the heck out of the scavenger hunt. So, all right. Which orange do I want to use for the... I'm tempted to do this dark one. I like this one better, the lighter. I'm going to try it first, and if it doesn't pop on that yellow, I'll go ahead and use the darker. And if I decide I don't like any of it, I don't have a problem going in there with a Posca pen. Doesn't bother me a bit. Oh, I think this is going to be fine. I'll have to go look after I stream, Z, and see what's out there. There's somebody else. Now I can't remember. But I was going to go look for it as well. Can't remember whose stream I saw it on. Because I don't have near enough stuff around here. I need to make sure I get more. Yeah, this orange is a good orange. I probably will go back with maybe a yellow Posca and do some highlights on this orange. Maybe if I get done early enough, I'll do it while you guys are here. I'll at least get a little bit of the blue background so you can see what that's going to look like. And then after I get it done, I might post it on Instagram if I think about it. I'm so sick of those goofy freaking men following me on oh, Z, I'm going to hug you around your neck and kiss you on the lips. And you're going to love it. Oh, Z. Sweetest person alive. Right there in our chat. And if you guys are new here, I know you are, Michelle. If you don't know, Z streams Sundays at 4. And I try and stay away from the computer on weekends, and that's why I miss a lot of weekend streams. But yesterday I was fortunate to be cooking dinner while Z was streaming. So those die cuts you had from Joan were awesome, Z. And then I missed Patty last night, but I don't mind missing Patty so much because then it's like a treat waiting for you when you get to watch the recording later. So when I saw that Patty had streamed and I had missed it, I was just like, woohoo, surprise for later. Patty uses the most amazing supplies, and her art just is so unique. And for you new people, that's Patty Tolly Parrish. And any of these people that we talk about, generally, like for Xandra, you've got to look for Scraps to Beauty. But Patty Tolly Parrish, just look up Patty Tolly Parrish. You'll find her. Because everybody's channel is what their name is that appears in chat. And there's a bunch of people that travel around and go to other different people's streams. We kind of travel as a pack. So you'll get to know pretty much everybody. Amazing group of fun, talented women for sure. And then follow us. If you don't have an Instagram account and you're new, get an Instagram account and go back and look at some of these people's accounts. Like Cat and Paste isn't here today, but Cat and Paste would always be a YouTube channel that I would recommend, because I didn't know it, you guys. We had a conversation on Instagram one day, and she has a degree in fine art. I don't know if you guys knew that. But her coloring pages are just so amazing. But I didn't know that she had a degree in art. Devin Rex, has to work a lot, but her art is also amazing. I would recommend her. Of course, Dee Dee, we all know Dee Dee. She would be my #1 recommendation. She's not quite the nutcase I am, but she grounds me. Yeah. Oh, and Julie Topaz is here today. Yeah, Julie is another one. Joan has dies. Joan die cuts things and then sends them to Z. Joan actually has her own line of stencils. Okay, Z, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's on iStencils, and you look under Patty Tolly Parrish, and you'll find Joan's stencils. But no, she doesn't make the dies. She just die cuts things and sends them out as gifts. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. But she sent Z some really, really cool die cuts. She has a fancy schmancy cutter. Yeah, Joan is a stencil designer. But she sells them under Patty Tolly Parrish's. If you look up the artist on iStencils, it's actually under Patty Tolly Parrish's names. She has some very cool ones, though. And like everything else, I need more stencils. Like I need a flippin' hole in the head. Doesn't stop me, however. Hey, CB. Why does it take this long for you to type? Did you sleep in? Or does it take this long? I'm really dumb in the morning, so sometimes at these I'm worried if I'm going to say something especially stupid. And CB, we're used to your typos, so don't sweat that. Yeah, I'm glad I picked orange for these centers. And I'm using number 6 black velvet watercolor brush. Highly recommend them. I got to do some green there. I've missed a couple spots, but I'll go back and catch them. She hand cuts them, and then I stencil laser cuts them. But she does that on her cutting machine, the initial ones, doesn't she, Dorothy? That's what I thought she did. Designed them on her machine. I could be wrong. I mean, I've never really asked Joan the whole process, but I thought she cut them on her machine. I've hand cut a lot of stencils. It's time consuming, but rewarding and fun. In fact, some of my favorite stencils are ones that I've cut myself. Okay, I think I got all the centers. Let me get that green part. Yeah, I thought she did cut them on her machine. And then iStencils cuts them. Don't they cut them as they're ordered? That's what I thought. It's not like they have a warehouse where everything's just sitting around waiting to be ordered. I think when you order, they go ahead and cut it. She sends an electronic file. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I want that pink. Never mind. Good save, girly. All right. Couple more green things and I think we're good. And then I'm going to get out, I think, the colored pencils. Do some shading. I'll do the background very last. Get everything else done first. I think it'll be a lot quicker with the colored pencils. All right, anybody else see anything I've missed? I'll have to add that back later. Okay, there's a little piece of a leaf there. I think I got everything else. Hi, Tina. Thanks, Tina. All right. forgot I have my iced coffee. All right, let's pick out some colors. Oh, and I'll bet they're in this. That's all right. Oh, still working on that other project, so my pencils are spread out all over. But that one process red is probably in here. Let's see. Yes, it is. I don't normally keep my pencils in this, but because I've been working on this project, I didn't want to have to pull them all out a second time, so. Where's the cool olive green? We use that one. I need to order some replacement pencils. All right, we'll start there and get more out if we need it. All right, good place to start. Still watching. You're trying to find the Art for Joy's Sake book. I actually got it on, I'm almost sure I got it on Amazon. Of course, it's been several years, so it's hard to say. I don't think it would be out of print. I have to believe it was a pretty popular book. Do you want me to give you the ISBN number, Jeannie? Do you use an overhead camera? Yes. It's just a webcam, and I put it on a like a microphone boom arm, so I can move it manually. Yeah. Come on, phone. Quit being a pain in the butt. Hey, is it time to do the giveaway? All right, Tina's saying, what? The listing comes with a 150 eraser and a sharpener. Oh, I don't need a whole new set of Prismacolor, Tina. I just need like a few replacement pencils. I'm not going to buy a whole nother 150 set. There's too many colors I don't use in there. But thank you for that. Okay, so Dee Dee found it at Amazon. Yep. I'm on it. Good girl. Time for the giveaway. All right. All right, what I'm giving away is the Zentangle card that Kalura was so generous to send for us. If you're not familiar with Zentangle, there's tons of videos out there. There's a whole website called tanglepatterns.com that you can go and get the different patterns to draw. To me, it's very relaxing and tons of fun, and I do it a lot. Not as much as I used to, but yeah. All right, let me get random. .org. Rules here are the exact same at Dee Dee's. One number, you get one number between 1 and 100. If somebody's used your number, oh well. Why are they checking my browser? Ugh. Whatever they've added, this is not making me happy. Yeah. So anyway, exact same rules at Dee Dee's. One number only. After I type go, first number closest without going over wins. You will be required to give me your address. So if you're not comfortable giving a stalker freak such as myself your address, you might not want to participate. Yeah, what else? One number after I type go. How about that? And we've got random.org here. So, why do I not have a pop-out chat here? Here's what I want to know. Make sure you're on live chat, because everybody's putting numbers in all at the same time. Your number is going to appear as though it came up first, but me and the mods get to decide. Okay? So there you go. Make sure you're on live chat up at the top. There's top chat and live chat. Live chat shows you everything. Ready, set, all right, go. That's what you're going to win. Aw, you're so nice, Barbara. Put a number in for Rachel. Hey, and Lana came over. Just like Donna, she won at Dee Dee's today too. Hi, Lana. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Well, you can't put in 2 for Rachel, Barbara, you goof. Ugh. Am I going to have to disqualify my own mod for playing 2 numbers for somebody who's not even here? What the hell? The rules are getting too confusing for me. All right, I'm going to give you guys maybe another 10-15 seconds. Get your number in. But really, you're going to have to send me your address. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it for myself. Her first no was already taken away. All right. Normally, we don't allow that, but I'm just going to overlook it because ain't nobody got time for that today. All right. I'm going to type in stop, so hurry. All right. Ready, set. Number 6. I'll bet everybody went over. I'll just generate a new number if everybody went over. Yeah, you goofballs. Everybody went over. Ready? 93. That'll be a number we can work with. Dorothy's got 89. Dorothy, not again. It looks to me like Dorothy. Dorothy's got 89. Dorothy, you don't have to send me your address. I've got yours. What was that? Looks like Dot. Yeah, I think so too, Dee Dee. Dorothy. All right, I'll put a little sticky on it. We should ban her from playing with us because if she's in the chat and she plays, more often than not, she wins. All right, Dorothy, I don't need your address unless you moved or something. I don't think you have. Congrats, Dorothy. I hope you like it. You will like it because Kalura's cards are so cute. And who knows, maybe I'll stick some other junk in there. And Kalura, thanks again so much for being generous and making 2 for Dee Dee and me to give away. So there you go. Dorothy was the winner. I think Dorothy has a sixth sense or something. Doesn't she win a lot? I think the first giveaway I ever did, Dorothy won. I don't know how much you guys can see, if I should bring you in closer. Yeah, I like the pencil detail too, Dee Dee. And this is the sort of stuff that I get when you start doing the pencil detail. You can just spend the rest of the day doing nothing but that. I do like doing the base coat, though, like colored pencil. I hardly ever use acrylic paints for this, but I do like doing the base coat watercolor. And I don't know how it looks in camera. I'll have to look here in just a second. Pretty subtle. Post the email. I will just warn you guys. I'm not good at email. Oh, okay. I'll be your fib, Michelle. Honestly, you guys, the best way to get a hold of me and get my attention, because I'm such a narcissist freak, I guess, is on Instagram. If you send me a direct message on Instagram, I'm more likely to get it within a day or two. Where email, that might be some time. Because I suck at email. You know why email pisses me off so much is anybody who's ever gotten a hold of your email address thinks that's an invitation for them to send you any junk in the world. And I think I was too generous giving out my email. But any account you open needs it, right? Yeah, you have to do the period after the M. I think you give your email address, and people shouldn't abuse it, but I guess most people don't understand that they don't want to get every piece of crap that you have to offer. Or maybe that's just me. Is that just me? Maybe it's me. But I hate going to my email and there's like 30 new emails, all of crap that I don't want. I want my bills. That's what I want. Or I want a dirty joke or some smut or some snark. I don't know. You can send me that stuff and I'll laugh and stuff. But chances are I won't even open it. Or I think these people should make an offer. I don't even have her email. Don't email me. Dee Dee, you're the one who says that all the time. Don't email me. That's what I should have a t-shirt that says that. Anyway, here's a deal I'll make with people. I'll give you my email and you can send me all your crap on my email if you'll quit sending me crap in the mail. You know, like being election time, do you guys get just hordes and hordes of election stuff that it's just, I just walk it in and dump it in the trash. If I want to find out about a candidate, honest to God, I am smart enough that I'm going to go look at their website. Right? What's my IG? I'll look it up. Hang on. I'm looking it up. I think it's my same name. If you just Google my name. The only thing about Instagram, there is a copycat account of mine. But it has an underscore at the end or something. You can tell if you look at the art that's on there. But I think it's just my name. Now I can't even figure out how to figure out what my own account is. Hang on. Yeah, if you just look up Janet Merle Young. No underscores, no anything, just Janet Merle, M-E-R-L-E, Young. I'll look around. Janet, does have any smut? I don't think I have any. Flo, you have smut. Don't be going around here telling me you don't have smut. That's like me going around saying I don't have snark. What the hell? What do I look like? I'm going to fall for that. Oh, you goofball. The nice thing about the pencil is you can cover up mistakes pretty darn easy. So that's a good thing. You just emailed me a dirty joke. Lena, I love you. You can send me anything. Hi, Lena. Funny, funny girl. Now I'm going to have to go check my email. Because I know there's a dirty joke waiting. I don't think yellow's going to stand out on that orange, so I'll have to get a Poscal. There's no posts on that duplicate. Yeah, I know, and I've turned it in. I can't tell you how many times, Tina. Instagram won't do anything about it. Instagram's bad that way. And at the time, I'm not sure how or when I found out about it, but I notified them, and you have to... They don't make it easy for you to report anything, right? So I did everything they asked me to do, and it's still up there. They just don't care, right? What, Lena? Lurking and cleaning. Good thing to be doing, Lena. I spent a fair amount of time last week cleaning. thanks, Tina. I don't think they're going to do anything about it. It's been up there for about a year, and at the time that it happened, I did put out a post on my account saying that this was a duplicate account. But I think, people that are following me went and followed it anyway. And I get tired of those perverted old freaks that follow you on Instagram and then write you private messages. Hi, beautiful. Hey, did you look at my photo? I would respond and be more friendly if you wrote and said, hi, you old wench. And then I'd go, yep, you're my kind of person. We can be friends. But don't send me your ridiculous, hi, beautiful. I don't need more friends, okay? Exactly, Lena. That's ridiculous, isn't it? The frequency with which Dot wins. Yeah. Maybe she runs random.org. You think? Do you like raisins? How about a date? You didn't honestly get that message, did you, Tina? That's ridiculous. But yeah, those guys, I just think, what are there that many gullible women, lonely old women who respond to those? Because I'm sure they don't do it to every age bracket, that like they're looking for these lonesome old women who will converse with them and then subsequently send them their bank account, I guess. I don't know. They have no clue who they're dealing with when they're dealing with me, though. I promise you that. I don't share my money with anybody, including Robert. Not true. Was there an earthquake? Or oh my God! Now Tina's going. Guess I better stop. Oh, Dorothy. Whatever. Yeah. Now Tina's gonna tell us all these ridiculous jokes. Most of them are just trying to get a conversation started, and they don't realize that for the most part, I just don't like people that much. Now, if you guys write me a message, I almost always try and at least answer back. Has anybody read any statistics of how many women get taken by dopes like them? I get them as well. I just delete too, but I just feel like, you know what? I shouldn't have to do that, Because really, ultimately, it is all about me, Dorothy. Let's don't kid ourselves. I just can't imagine that the time spent doing that is beneficial, but I could be so absolutely wrong. Maybe there are women who will respond, and I'm just not one of them. You're done. They do it for the really old ones like me, dumb men. Okay, here, I'm going to come up with a solution for all of us that are in the elderly age group that they think they can take advantage of. I'm going to go out on the internet on these websites, and I'm going to look for naked old women. And before they can message you, I want you to message them and say, thought you might want a picture of me, and send them old lady porn. Oh, that would be so much fun. Are there such websites? I guess I should ask. Are there such websites? I'm sure there are, because there's some sick pups out there. We'll just send him old lady porn. That'll stop him. He'll leave us alone. Because I have a mirror and I've looked in it. I don't know. I think it was on Dr. Phil years ago. Because I haven't watched Dr. Phil in years and years. Where they had like family members of people who had fallen for that nonsense. And I really felt bad for some of these women because they really were just lonely. But honestly, I can't believe some of the stuff that they fell for. So I guess it does happen. I just can't imagine that it happens that awful. You double dog dare me? Tina, are you kidding? I would do almost anything. Like sending old lady porn to those perverts, that wouldn't bother me at all. The difference between me and them is that I'm not going to spend my time doing that. Like, they'll spend all their time in the world trying to find that one gullible woman. I got other stuff I got to do. I got to take porn for Robert. And he doesn't like to share. All right. That leak is just hanging out there in the middle of nowhere. I'll have to fix that later. Why does lonely have to equal dumb? I don't think it does. And I think if I said it that way, then I'm wrong. I think they are lonely. And, you know, of course, I guess I've lived long enough that or maybe it's having kids where they tell you such outlandish stuff. You just look at them like they have two heads. Like, I'm not going to fall for your crap. Are you kidding me? Like, I raised kids and they thought I was gullible as hell, that I would believe the nonsense they were telling me. Not that dumb. Did I get out? Yeah, I think I did. Let's see what this one. Yeah, that's the darker one. But no, I don't think lonely is equal to dumb. I think it's just lonely people. And elderly people too. I think they want to believe um, people's stories, you know, like anybody with a hard luck story, you know, all of us, I think, want to help people who are in need. I would be one of the first ones to say if somebody's in need, but I'm not going to believe it just because you tell me that. Like, I'm not that dumb yet. But I think that's part of it, is they know that older people are just more vulnerable and want to believe that other people are basically honest and that they just need help. But if you're going to try and scam me, I'll give you some free advice. Learn to speak English. Their stories always sit there in the military in Afghanistan on peacekeeping, something like that, Tina. Yeah, that's the stories I've heard are much that same sort of thing, where, you know, they're get in trouble because they're over protecting or something. It's like, ugh. But I think the people who fall for it, honestly, they're good people who probably genuinely want to help. And want to believe that people are all basically honest. I've told you guys before, if you haven't ever looked for the YouTube channels where there's a guy, I can't remember his name now. I haven't watched him for a while. I watched him so many times for so long. But it's a Scam the Scammers, where he does the backward scams. Oh my gosh, some of those are so funny. And these scammers start calling him grandma, or you're just like a mom to me, you know. It's just like, yeah, whatever. You don't want me to be your mom. I train my kids to take care of themselves. That's how I judge whether or not I was a good mother. Can my kids take care of themselves? You're a good mother. Yeah, Teresa and Shelley said the same thing. Learn to spell too. Yep, for sure. Oh, so you've been targeted too, Teresa. Oh my God. Yeah, he's funny with the voice and the wigs. Yep. CB, I think you watched the same guy I've watched. He is. He's so funny. And he keep these people on the hook for weeks. I mean, and they've gone so far as to ship stuff and then have people there waiting. I think it's called Scam the Scammers. But I haven't watched them in a long time. After you've watched 3 or 4 of them, they're all much the same. And a lot of people must enjoy it because they've got fairly large channels. It's not just freaks like me watching. Okay, Dee Dee. Yeah, I won't be on too much longer. Thanks so much for everything, Dee Dee. Oh, God, you and me both, CB. When he can get in their computer working backwards and take their files. Oh, that's the best. You and I are both sick pups, CB. That's probably why we get along so well. But yeah, that makes me really happy when they delete their call logs. Yep. Take that. Probably just saved some little old lady her entire life savings. And I kind of feel bad talking about little old ladies like I am doing, but I think I'm at an age now where I qualify, so I can talk like that. I mean, I've earned the qualification, right? And there's some in the audience, and we won't name names. Boy, they've aged out of it. Alright, since I don't have much time left, I'm going to, down here where I've done some of the shading, and there's still plenty more to do, believe me, I'm going to go ahead and decide what dark blue I want to use on the background, because I think everything is going to just pop out when I get the blue on there. And where I've spilled the pink there, just ignore it, okay, please? Good, Barbara. We can be not offended together. My eyes light up when I get a scammer call. I say things to make them nervous. It's funny. Yeah, on one of my videos, I wish I'd written down or paid attention to which one it was. I got a one of those timeshare scam calls, and I talked to them, and they've quit calling me buttholes. But I did the whole scam thing on a stream one time. Oh my gosh, that was fun. I had so much fun, and you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, they've quit calling me. I can't imagine why. But remember how they used to call all the time to like work on your refrigerator or whatever? Whatever they would call about, if it was like working on your air conditioner, working on your freezer. Hey, my husband does that. It didn't matter what they called about, every time. Hey, my husband does that. Okay, you guys, I have a question. Do you think I should do the background watercolor, or I think I will do it watercolor, and then I can add some blue colored pencils. So let's see if the blues that I have available. I'm thinking this one. The really dark blue. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I don't get many scammer calls anymore either, Jasper, because I think part of it is you can block the numbers, and some of those people can get around the block. But most of them, I've gone ahead and blocked them. Yeah, I'm going to do watercolor, CB. Brilliant minds, right? But I'm thinking that dark, dark blue there. I'm going to pull you guys out. You like the dark blue? Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's what we'll do. Oops, wrong one. Jeez, girl, girl, girl. I'll try and get a fair amount out. What is wrong with me? I just splashed blue all over my little card. It's the cord from the camera. Caught it that time. Alright, I'm going to use the back of the paper to see how dark it is. It's never as dark as I want it to be. And I don't like going direct from the palette. But that's about how dark I want it. You might have to just go direct from the palette. Butterfingers, right? Ugh. There's a computer scam, the car warranty scam, the medical scam. Those are the ones I get every stinking day, all day. See, they try with Robert, too. The car warranty people, I think they've kind of given up. We don't get near the car warranty people anymore because that just got ridiculous. They've started doing it through the mail a lot. I get offers for car warranty in the mail a lot, but they've quit calling. But I think a lot of those too. I block so many numbers now that it's rare for me to get a phone call from anybody that I don't want to talk to. Except these damn political people now. And they're just relentless. Now that's as dark a blue. Okay, I'll pull it up so you can see it. I want it like that dark blue because I can go back over that with something to connect the stems. But it also is really good to hide anything I don't want to show. I may be here the rest of the day painting blue because these little areas are kind of a pain. That's okay. I got nothing better to do. A teal or a blue-green. Too late, Tina. Exactly, Tina. I hate it when they clone a local number. Yeah, and I can't. It's kind of like YouTube and the bots, you guys. I have to believe that they're at least attempting to deal with that. But I think the scammers get ahead of them, you know, where they can't keep up anymore. But I have to believe that the phone company could do something about that. I mean, they are not helpless people. They're AT&T, for God's sakes. They've been around since before your grandmother. So I don't know. I get a little frustrated with like YouTube, phone company, and the damn scammers. You know, if they spent half as much time getting a real job that had benefits, they'd be better off, right? Like, go do something productive. For Pete's sake. I just put my paintbrush in the wrong color. Barbara, that's happened on Robert's phone, where they've actually cloned his number to call himself. That's stupid. That has never happened on mine. But he gets far more than I do, which I think is odd because my phone number used to be our home phone. When they passed that law that you could keep your home phone number on your mobile, that was when I went and got my mobile phone. Well, I went and had the number changed to my home phone because there were so many people out there in the world that had my home number. And I thought, if I get rid of it, they'll never, you know, some of these people will never find me. So as soon as they made the law to do that, then I was happy to go get my number changed. So I wonder if that's part of the reason I don't get the number of calls that Robert does. I don't know. I've just tried to figure it out in my head. Why does he get so darn many and I don't? Because he gets tons more than I get. Probably because there's numbers on every porn site in America. I don't know. I might end up adding, you know, like some white dots on these bigger areas of the blue. I don't know, I'll just see, to break it up a little bit. It's always been my complaint. You can't tell me you have no way to stop. See, that's what I think. Yep. Okay, I have to read Barbara's comment. Big scammers here, or your SIN number has been caught. So there's an issue with my $30. I hear you, Barbara. Your order for under $30. Ah, you know that's bullshit. Yep. See, Tina, that's the thing I think is, you know, go get a real job and do something you and your family can be proud of. But maybe we just don't understand what life is like in other countries. I mean, I leave the door open for that, is maybe the jobs just aren't there. But I don't know. But they work awfully hard at scamming honest people. And the thing is, I think most people, I know I am, I'm fairly generous with contributions and stuff. That if there are people really in need, I'd like to think that I'm donating to organizations that are going to help. That's always been my approach to giving. I give locally to my churches and organizations, but nationally as well. I'd like to think that they're out there helping these people. You know, they don't have to scam for a living. But I think I don't think we're unusual. I think most Americans are pretty damn generous. And as a country, we're incredibly generous. Oh, I like that dark blue background. That job paid more than most others he could get. Okay, so they did talk to you then, CB. See, I wondered that. You know what? And I'm not even sure, you know, like they've got to need plumbers and welders and I don't know. I think a lot of it is just, I just don't know enough. I'm just ignorant enough about what the situations are. That's probably a lot of it. It's hard to keep this blue color consistent. Bye, Z. I will definitely have to go back in and put back in some of these stems that are getting lost, but that's no big deal. I don't mind doing that. Because the white highlights and stuff, I probably will go back in with Posca pen. But it really is hard to keep that blue a consistent color for sure. So if that is bothersome to you, I would say definitely look into some other product. Probably colored pencil, you can always keep somewhat consistent. Yeah, I thought the dark background, it's kind of like when Dee Dee uses black in the background, it just, everything is better. Navy blue is the same way, and I tend to use navy blue more than black. I don't know that one's better than the other, I just like, well, if you've ever been to my house, you know I like navy blue. The walls in my art room are navy blue. Yeah, I like navy blue. It is kind of a running theme throughout my whole house. Blue, burgundy, and tan. You guys know I like blue and tan together. Probably one of my favorite color combinations. Now you ask me, I've spent 3 hours doing this and I've enjoyed it a lot. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. Probably I'll end up cutting it up and using it as card fronts for thank you notes or something like that. I don't keep this kind of art as a rule. I'll cut it up and use it for other stuff. 'Cause ain't nobody got time for that. Right? You got actually color coordinated, Tina. Holy crap, fancy schmancy girl, you. I didn't get myself color coordinated, so I don't know. I'm probably going around. Actually, the colors I like to wear best, honestly, are black and white. I love a white shirt with black pants. And then you can wear almost anything with it. And there was a time in my life where my clothes were really important. Well, I worked, so yeah. Now I could care less about color. I want comfort. I'm all about the comfort. The baggier they are, the better. Yeah, it's all about the comfort. Alright, this is probably driving you guys batty by now. I really do like the navy blue though. So I hope you guys have a creative week. I'll see you guys Wednesday over at Dee Dee's. I won't stream anymore this week. If I'm going to have these worker guys here, I'm going to be hiding. I may even have to jump in the car and go to town just to get the hell away if they start hammering and crap, because I can't stand that. Or call my neighbor who doesn't live here and say, "Can I go sit at your house? I don't like my house." My dad tried selling Amway on the side for a little while. His sponsor's wife did color coordinating. Oh, okay, cool. Bye, Shelly. I'm about ready to end this here because, yeah, I can finish this blue later. I'm going to go out and see what those guys are working on. Since it's costing me $1 million, they better be damn busy. That's all I gotta say. Oh, funny story, Tina, talking about Amway. Son-in-law was shortly after they got married. Well, it was shortly after Jim and I moved here. And we knew him fairly well, not great, but yeah, we knew him fairly well. Anyway, we decide we're going to drive around the other side of the lake, and I can't remember what restaurant we were going to go to, but I know we were going out to eat. And Jim, who was my husband, was in the front seat with Rob, who is the son-in-law. And Rob starts telling Jim about this great new business he's gotten into. And it was Amway. And the cool thing was, he was so excited. The cool thing about Amway is you never have to sell anything. And I remember sitting in the back seat next to Jane, and Robert looked when he said that. Robert, I confuse Robert and Jim all the time. They're both great guys. Anyway, Jim was looking in the rearview mirror at me, and when he said, and the cool thing about Amway is you never have to sell a thing, Jim just rolled his eyes like, oh my God, she married an idiot. And we laughed. We have laughed about that for years and years and years. Yeah. The great thing is you never have to sell a thing. Oh, Michelle, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You will love these ladies so much. We have the greatest group of fibs ever. No, you don't have to sell anything. You just use it. No, he was going to get rich, Tina. Mind you, he was going to get rich. All he had to do was convince other people to sell things. But he never had to sell a thing. It was just like, oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. How do we tell them we're not paying their bills? Funniest thing ever. Because the only people who really make money in those, I don't know, they're kind of pyramid companies, are the people at the top. The people who are really out selling it, which, I mean, if you honestly think you don't have to sell anything, you're already sunk. Just crack me up. Yep. Needless to say, he had to go get a real job. Okay, you guys. I could sit here and do this the rest of the day. And I probably will, but I'll just take the camera and everything down. Go see what those worker guys are doing. Alright. Yeah, it was set up like a pyramid scheme, for sure. Alright, you guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging with me. We'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll see everybody at Dee Dee's Wednesday morning. And go out and be kind. And love you guys. See you later. Bye. Thanks, Terry. Be good.